In this video, I'm going to be going through the WordPress Classic Editor. Now, if you're a little bit old school like me and you're always used to the Classic Editor, when you install WordPress now, you get the whole Gutenberg feel, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. Not quite sure where all the settings are, but there are other ways now that we can get the Classic Editor back by just installing the plugin. And that's what I'm going to go through in this video. Hi, my name is Jason Kruger and I help heart-centered businesses build and automate their online marketing systems. Now in this video, I just want to quickly go through installing the Classic Editor plugin so that you get that editor back, especially if you've just reinstalled WordPress. You know, the Classic Editor has been well known over the years. And if you're like me, I haven't got time to go and learn where all the new settings are. Yes, I will go through it at some point because I do want to create a video on it. So I will be learning that more. Yes, I do use it now, but sometimes, especially when you are using other page builders, just using the Classic Editor just helps you get around a lot quicker. So that's what I'm going to go through in this video. And I'm just going to share my screen now and just show you how to do that. So we're just back in my demo site here. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're just going to go to plugins. I'm going to go to installed plugins. Now I have it already installed, but you can just click on add new. And as you can see, the Classic Editor normally comes up in either number 1 or number 2 position because it's still widely used. So if you haven't got it installed, just go to add a plugin and then you should see it here. If not, just search for Classic Editor and then install it and then activate it. So what I'm actually going to do is before I activate it, so I'm just going to deactivate it now. We're just going to go to a post and let's go and add a new post at the moment. And as you can see, this is the block editor. And sometimes just trying to find out what's going on in here can be confusing, especially if you are so used to the Classic Editor. So you can add your title in here and then you can start choosing blocks to add to this blog post. And yes, using the block editor is the new way of doing things and allows you to actually create better looking content than what you could do in the past. But I use page builders to build a lot of my sites, so I don't need all of this. I just want to create the page so that I can start using a page builder. And as you can see, you can have most of your settings are here, so you should be able to find it. But sometimes I just like the Classic Editor because it's always been in my workflow. So I'm just going to go back now and we're just going to go and activate the Classic Editor. So now if I just activate it and I'll go to add a new post, as you can see, I've now got the Classic Editor screen here. And this makes a lot more sense to me at the moment. So I can just go and add in the title and I can just paste all my content in here or write my content. I can format it in here, you know, the different headings or just paragraph, making it bold, italic, bullet points, etc. And I can click on this to get more options. So I can change the color of my text. I can remove formatting and I can increase or decrease the indent of my content as well. So these are everything that we're used to before the block editor was introduced. And down the side here, you have all your normal settings for categories, tags. And because of the theme I'm using, I have my asterisk settings here as well. And then you can set your featured image down at the bottom here. So this is the Classic Editor. And once I'm done with this, I can click on publish. I can also now just see when I want to publish it. So if I did want to publish this in the future, I can click on edit and just change the date in here, change the visibility, as well as if it's a draft, etc. So once I'm done, I can just click on publish and that will now be published to my blog. So this is the Classic Editor. It is just a quick way of adding the classic editor back to your workflow, especially if you are used to the classic editor, using page builders to build your sites and not really using the block editor for your sites. So I hope this little tutorial about adding the classic editor back into your WordPress website is helpful to you. And if so, please look to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you can next get notified when I next post a video. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little tutorial, and I hope to see you on the next one.